I'm Joost with DIYPhotography.net, and we're here with the Slypod from Moza with Eddie at NAB 2019, and they won Best Product.
DIY Photography's coverage of NAB 2019 is sponsored by SERP, Better Films, Artlist, the best music for your videos, Storyblocks, Create More, Spiffy Gear, Lighting for Storytellers, and B&H, the professional source.
So Eddie, thank you for having us here. You have the Slypod.
Yes. The Slypod.
How have the reactions been?
It's been amazing. It's been crazy, right? Moza got one of the product of the show for this amazing product. As a content creator, as a filmmaker, this automatically just expanded the possibilities in my mind of all that can be done. Usually when you're using a monopod, of course you can extend it, you can do stuff like that, but then you either switch to a slider or something like that. So this combines best of both worlds.
So it's a monopod and a slider in one.
So it's a monopod and a slide pod. I would say on steroids. It'll be kind of like the smart, iteration of those two items combined. It does give you the capacity of posting it horizontally, so you can have that slider motion, and you can interact the speed, right? You can change the speed for it to go a little bit faster, a little bit smaller on a horizontal orientation. It supports heavy cameras like the S5 that you're seeing right here. You can also use SLRs, smartphones, gimbals attached to the head because it supports about 30 to 35 pounds horizontally. Right. And then when you use it vertically as a monopod, you can attach a feet to it, and then you can go up and down up to 40 pounds.
Up to 40 pounds?
Up to 40 pounds, yeah, it's amazing. We're right now charging it as well, so you could have a long session of shooting. If you're shooting something past the 2 hours of battery life,
so you can
continuously
shoot.
Continue to shoot, and you can set the rotation so it goes up and down very, very slowly, very precise. So if you're doing any podcasting or any creation like time lapses, and you have to do like a really long interval, and you want that to move very, very slowly, the motors are very precise and very smooth. That's
so the motor and the battery is in this part?
Yes.
And you operate it through here? Can you show me how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. You have a plus and minus little buttons over there. You have your USB-C charger, and then of course a power button on the opposite side. The ring lets you know the battery status.
All right, it's red now.
Charging right now or low, and then green is going to be a good battery. But also there's going to be a smartphone application.
I was just going to ask.
Yes.
Good.
That you can pretty much set a precise motion. That way you can time it perfectly with the time lapse. If you're doing any motion time lapse from point A to point B, you can have that rotation move along with the extension. And there's also going to be an actual remote control for it.
All right.
So if you don't want to use your smartphone, or you're using your smartphone because you're attaching it to your camera for whatever reason, then there will be a button as well.
Will they all be available at the same time?
Yes, they should be announcing that as well at around the end of the summer.
All right, that's great. And this is carbon fiber. What does the unit weigh by itself?
Carbon fiber by itself. So the Slypod weighs about 2 pounds, about 1,000 grams. Right?
Good.
So it's definitely something that's very lightweight, and when you collapse everything and remove the handle, you can actually fit it on most backpacks, or even on the side, you know what I mean, or at the bottom where you would usually put your tripods on.
And there's two mounting options here and there?
Yeah, you have a mounting quarter-inch at the bottom of the grip if you have it attached. You also have a dual screw mount in the middle or at the top, depending on if it's collapsed. But you can actually remove the grip and expand any other capabilities if you're using it as a slider. So you have a quarter-inch mount there, so if you want to mount any additional cameras, I saw a guy mounting a GoPro here and recording the camera go back and forth.
That's
lights,
awesome, yeah.
Any other
you can put your B camera here, actually.
Yeah. You can have two devices.
You can have a full interview set up at once.
Another ball head over there, and kind of like get, two items, one that's static and one that's panning and moving. Right. Really cool stuff. So.
And you're using this yourself with mobile phones? How do you use your setup?
So I started using it here at the show floor since it's not available yet, and I've been able to mount the Moza Mini, which is my gimbal of choice from Moza. And I've used it with the advanced motion time lapse that allows you to choose up to 9 different points and select your intervals. So I was doing about 2-second intervals for about 30 minutes, and as I was going out, I had the gimbal going from left all the way to the right, and getting that awesome time-lapse movement, from left to right. So that can also be achieved with their Moza Air or their recently announced Moza Cross 2. That gives you similar capabilities with DSLRs.
Cool, that's so great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thanks so much.
for
So
swinging by.
when is it all available and what's the pricing again?
So
Just to sum up.
So at the end of the second quarter, right? This by the end of the summer, they should be announcing the price point and availability. I've been trying to get them to kind of like
Indication?
give me that indication, but so far they've been very, very whisper quiet.
Well,
but it should be coming out soon.
We'll keep you updated on that one. This was Eddie with the Slypod at Moza, NAB 2019. Make sure to check the link in the description. We're giving away over $8,500 US on cinema goodies, and we'll be still walking the show, and see you again soon.